grumpy bun. Or who's your grumpiest bun? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Poor baby. She hasn't thumped yet, so I guess she's fine for now. That's because she's on my lap. I put her down, I'm gonna get like 4 thumps back to back to back. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Hi, Zier. Welcome in. Hello, Dan. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday, y'all. Okay. You did good. You did really good, Bambi. Thank you for letting me groom your butt. A lovely butt. I'm giving her a treat. She's a cutie patootie. Oh, there we go. Scratching herself. Good morning, PC board. Welcome in, welcome in. Our cutie bunny just got a treat. But let me groom her a little bit. So yes, a reminder for all of you to groom your butts. Your butts are important. I have only a little bit of water left. I usually am a big fan of beverages during stream, but we'll see. See how it goes. Can't believe it's Wednesday already. Actually, I can. I take it back. To be honest, I thought it was one day ahead. I feel like it's Thursday already. But we're living up to my t-shirt, which is shit happens, as they say. Hi, Mythic Frost. Welcome in, welcome in. I've been playing a game on my PC versus the Steam Deck. I usually play on the Steam Deck off stream, but there's a game that I've been playing on my PC. Hi, Harry. Welcome in. Called Supermarket Simulator. It is so addicting. So addicting. And yeah, I really want to unlock my big supermarket. And I was struggling with profit for ages, but I invested in a car, drive around and buy wholesale items, I think it's called. So yes, working on that at the moment. I'm going to be I burped. A super tycoon. Hi, Rob. Welcome in. Liligo T-Deck Plus and a nice whip. What did you order, Mythic Frost? Because that sounds like something we shouldn't Google for safety reasons. It's from Meshtastic. Again, words that I do not understand. What are these magic words you keep saying? Ah! Out! Did you see that? You just saw the thump she gave me. There is video evidence of proof. Did you hear that? She gave me so much attitude. Yeah? Attitude, huh? Huh. Huh. So much. Afternoon. Hopefully this afternoon is better than my morning email. Mishtastic is a type of radio that... Oh! It's a program that uses small electronic radios to send signals using... That doesn't require a license, so anyone can do it without certification. Okay! Go. That sounds really, really cool. Yes, PC Board says as well that they have a Lego T-Deck as well. Sorry, those were all words I did not know and understand. Interesting. Cool world. Yeah? What are you gonna do about it, Buns? Gonna give me a dirty look in the hallway? Give me attitude. So if you ever see somewhere a birdhouse with an antenna with solar panels? I see. Sorry, my rabbit has a lot of attitude. A lot of attitude. So, chat, we have two options. Option number 1, 340 stream coming in from Corby because they cannot be stopped. Welcome in, welcome in. Nice streak you got there. Or number 1, we either do the soldering project first, or number 3, we will do the mechanics elevator problem instead first. So those are the two things that I've planned for today's stream. Should do a Hall of Fame or something like that for the streakers, because honestly, some of them are just getting atrociously large. I thought you froze. Sorry. I was looking at a few bits and pieces. Distinguishingly high streak. It is a very high streak. 340 is a shocking one, to say the least, Corby. A shocking one. I feel very, very tired for some. Like I could go. Oh, I know why. I got up at freaking 6 o'clock in the morning today. Hours before I usually get up. Don't know what was with me. I was so exhausted. Oh, sorry, I just woke up, needed to pee or something. Scared the shit out of Bambi because of how early I got up. And yeah, I couldn't go back to sleep. One of those kind of things, I guess. Sometimes that happens. Hopefully I'll sleep better tonight. But I still got I think 6 hours at least. Yeah, I think I still got 6 hours of sleep, which isn't bad.
Welcome to Rivendell, Mr. Anderson.
Hi, Tarek. Welcome in. Welcome in. That's true, Zir. That is true. Star has 437. How are you doing, Tarek? Oh, thank you, Herder. I'm going to click this link. Let me have a look at this. Ah! Out. Did you see that? You just saw the thumb she gave me. That was a pretty good thumb. Video evidence of proof. Did you hear that? She gave me so much attitude. Don't know how to put it on my story. Oh well, I have to have a look. Oh well. Anyways. These are all quite similar between each other. Okay, I haven't really heard any of those kind of stuff. Not in that realm. But thanks for pointing that out, Frost. Hi, Chris. The Fourier series and PDPD study today. Okay. Enjoy Fourier series. Speaking of kind of electronics, there's a new Veritasium video of that electronics diagram. I haven't watched it yet, but I plan to. It looks interesting, to say the least. 38 degrees in the car. Oh my god. Yeah, we're getting 32, 33 in the car quite often these days. But that's the car. The car is Dodge. I left my phone in the car when I went to the beach, and I came back and my phone had a warning saying, your phone is overheating. But trying just to roll with it, oh, it's so annoying, isn't it? You feel like you lack motivation and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I need to drink shots. Like, maybe I need to go, like, just pour myself a shot of vodka. Just take a few shots back to back. Feel awake. I had an apple. I had some salmon and veggie sushi rolls. Or we could just do iced coffee. Iced coffee sounds like just to do. Sir James, welcome in. Hope you're keeping well. I'm gonna have to start injecting iced coffee. You don't sound as thrilled about the iced coffee as you do for shots. Shots. Pour vodka on the head. Great for evaporative cooling. So we do something the opposite. We put in Russia, we have this medicinal process of compresses, where you get cotton wool, cotton fluff balls, or even a period pad. It actually works with a period pad as well. And you soak it in vodka, and then you put it to your neck, and then you put a scarf around. And it's supposed to be very, very good medicine for when you have a sore throat in Russia. I've thought about it from a pure physics perspective. And I still don't know if I truly understand what's happening there. I praised. We're just going to be talking about apparent weight using an elevator. So I have a problem drawn up on the board, and I'll present it in a little while. Hi, John. Welcome in. So we'll see which we'll do first. Will we do the elevator problem first, or will we do some soldering? I think soldering. We'll slowly solder our new gadget that Solder gave us, and then we'll do some mechanics. In Scotland, we just tend to drink whiskey when you have a sore throat. I mean, meant to have hot ass water, honey, in them. I was trying, like, we say hot ass water? I was kind of confused about that sentence, Chris. All right. I don't judge. I'm not sure, John. I wonder if it's something got to do with the fact that your body temperature is really hot, right? Especially when you're sick. You'll definitely be 37 degrees Celsius. And so, because of the lower evaporation... no, I'm not sure. Maybe we should Google this. Russian medicine. Oh, we should be careful about typing the word Russian. Russian medicine... Compress. Oh, it's actually called vodka compress. Okay, let's look at this. Vodочный compress is a traditional Russian folk remedy used to soothe sore throats, relieve chest congestion, and ease coughs. Yeah, my mom used to do this all the time. I used to always do compresses all my life. Oh, we didn't dilute it because, like, 40% spirit on your bare skin and constant exposure can burn you. Soak a soft cotton cloth, apply the damp cloth, cover the vodka, yeah, rest. While popular in Eastern Europe folk medicine, modern professionals advise caution. Alcohol can be absorbed through the skin. Applying it to infants or those with a fever is generally discouraged due to alcohol poisoning. For expert, okay. I guess I'll ask, how does it work? No. How to do it? Oh, okay, here we go. The vodka complex primarily works through localized heat therapy. When applied to the chest or the throat, the alcohol acts as a mild skin irritant. Oh my god, I did not foresee this. Drawing blood to the surface and creating a warming sensation. This opens the blood vessels, increases local circulation, and soothes sore muscles or a congested chest. Chat, I literally have thought about this from a thermodynamics perspective for years. And turns out, but you do that. So it's the idea, another form of medicine that does this kind of process is acupuncture, right? Sticking needles in your body to force circulation somewhere. There's also like women, I know a few women do this to make their face youthful. They stick certain needles as well on their face and they get really, really red and kind of like bloody. And it's just to increase the circulation in their face and healing so that their old skin becomes dead. I'm not sure. I really don't know how that works, but yes. Anyways, that's interesting. I really didn't see this coming. I really thought it had to do with some thermodynamic property of vodka. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Acupressure, like all of those kind of things, I think have the similar idea. Except in this case, vodka acts as an irritant to the skin and increases circulation in that way. That makes sense because I used to hate compresas. I used to be like, no. And mom would force it because it was itchy and awful and it was gross. Yeah, we used to do glass. I never did the glass jars, but I remember Grandpa did the glass jars when he was sick. Granny would do the glass jars. Enthusiast welder. How goes your welding? We're going to start welding soon. I'm going to test out my new welding kit. But yeah, I think drinking it is safer. I agree. It's such a waste of vodka. I think my mom must have used less concentrated vodka for it. Because now that I remember, mom had a stash of vodka. This sounds bad. But she would always say, no, we can't use this vodka. This is compress vodka. Which means I think she diluted that vodka specifically for compresses. That makes a lot more sense. Lint, did you also have compress vodka? Did you also have that when you were younger? I was just talking about it and I wanted to know the science behind it. And it turns out the science is not what I thought it was. Turns out it's a lot more similar to acupressure, microneedling, acupuncture, all that good stuff. Exactly. This is the shitty vodka for medical reasons, not the good drinking vodka. How old were you when you first drank vodka? Maybe 16? But I never like went to a party and drank it or anything. I just kind of tried it. Maybe younger, like for a joke. Maybe, at a family party or something. As a kid, you'd be like, can I try that? Can I try that? And it's like, no, just try a little sip. Maybe they did that. I know they did that with wine. I definitely tried a little bit of wine when I was very young. And obviously you try it and it's gross and it kind of deters you from trying it when you're... But no, I didn't get ever drunk until actually 18. I legally never really did anything too bold. Yes, I was born in Russia. Right, we'll slowly grab our soldering kit, our soldering station. Looking forward to testing. It's gonna be amazing, chat. I'm so excited. Ugh. Oh my god, I have so much bunny fluff on my soldering kit now. My mom used to rub vodka into the skin during fever. So we looked up the science behind it. I thought it was something like that, but it turns out yeah. Oh, there we go. We have our fan. We have our LED light. Pretty cool. We'll be able to extract fumes. Might do an unboxing of my bag as we're unpacking it. Let me zoom down here. Oh. So. Honestly, this is such a lovely maker's gift. Very tempted to give like the base one as a gift for my dad. So nice. Okay. So what are we going to need? We're going to need these clips, this solder, this brush, some tools perhaps, possibly some of these holders. Soldering wand, the roller, the soldering kit we're going to solder. Yeah, I think that's everything we need. We don't need everything. A lot of tools. It's a lot of tools. When I first got this, I couldn't figure out how to open it, but you just have to be quite harsh with it. That's how you open it. Oh, do you know what I got? I got a power thing. I'll be right back. Actually, I have a power bank as well. Just use a power bank instead, but you'll see. Go. Yes, copper braid. I think you're right. That's what it's called. Put it here. Hey, Wombat Hole! Thank you so much for the 20 stream streak. Power on. Thrusters engaged. Oh, do you know what I need? I need my pen holder. Oh, a rechargeable soldering iron. No, it's not, and I don't really use one. I never used one before. Oh. Flux. Have a look at this. I'm going to assume this is flux. For SMD PCB electronic soldering. Doesn't solder flux paste. Guessing that's it. Oh! Ah. See. Okay, maybe we don't use this up. Just because I have some flux to use up. Okay. So yeah, I guess let's have some fun. I'm going to zoom down here so you guys can see all the soldering. I'm going to set this up. How I end up using everything. We might adjust the camera as we go on. But yeah. Might move my keyboard here. This here. And so the wire for the pen we'll use a power bank. Power it. Oh, there we go. Voila. Oh shit, it has buttons. Oh! Okay, there we go. Temperature to 300 degrees Celsius. Woo! $310. Okay, we stick that there. Then we're going to grab the extractor. Now this is probably not helpful because I have a fan as well because it's so hot in here. So it's not helpful that I have an extractor fan operating during this as well. All right, and then this is the soldering kit thing that we're actually going to solder. So, guess we push this guy down here. Hi, Shina, welcome in, welcome in. Push this guy here and ta-da. Okay, How do PCBs work in this case, by the way? So let's say I grab an LED for argument's sake, okay? I'm gonna grab this just so I can see all the components a little bit easier. Hi, Flaming Hot Potato Paler. What's Mitwalk? My question is, when you get a PCB like this, chat, what do you do? Do you put the LED in through here? Or do you do it behind? Midwalk is literally is Wednesday in German. Literally means midweek. Ah, I see. I see. So is the way I have it correct now? Is this the pretty? So is this the pretty side? Or is this the pretty side? Because there's arguments against and for, where the text is so you can see it lit. The footprint on the mask is on the side when it goes on. Like, I don't know which one that is, hence asking. Where the text... So... You have it correct. This way is the way we do it. The reason I thought I'm incorrect here is because it actually has all the components written on it. Like the labels. And so if you solder it on the other side, it's way nicer that way. Then technically you'll know what each part is. That's what I was thinking originally. Looks correct. Okay, fair enough. So we're going to just... Then the LEDs. I was told to start with the short components, work your way up to IC as pin numbers. I'm gonna put all, I'll just start with all the LEDs first. Turn off the fan. Oh no, that's the LED. I hope I have them all correctly done. I feel like I am sticking the positives in the positives, but you never know. Too late. Anything exciting happening for anyone this week? I am nervous about my driving test. Or my first driving lesson, technically. Official driving lesson tomorrow. Not very happy about it. Kind of nervous. I hope the instructor doesn't yell at me, but that's the only thing that I am particularly worried about this week. Hi, Khalid. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm also driving a lot on Friday. I'm traveling all the way to see my family outside of the motorways. Obviously, I legally can't be on the motorways. But never heard of Captain Tape. Why am I using? Oh, connect. No. I can drive 100 kilometers per hour. I'm not allowed to travel on motorways, which is 120 in Ireland. So 100 is my speed limit at the moment. While being a learner. I have a frog in my yard that is making some Oh, go catch it. The fun part about frogs is you get to go catch them. I used to catch them a lot when I was younger. Hi, Majay. 300 stream streak. Let's go. Why is that? You're recently licensed or just an Ireland thing? No, I'm a learner. I've passed my learners and I have my legal learner's license. So in Ireland, you have to do all these different stuff. If you solder a bunch of little figurines together to become your little soldiers. No, I don't have a license. I have a learner's license, which means that I can only drive accompanied by an experienced driver beside me. And until then, I have to do 12 official lessons as well. And after that, I can try and sit and pass my exam. So we're hoping that happens soon. All right, here we go. See how this goes. Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous, chat. Oh, I don't like this tip. Oh, I forgot. I have an extractor. Go, go, extractor. Extract for me. Yeah, the extractor's not working because the fan is operating in the other direction. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to turn off the fan. Or at least turn it down. Move this closer to the extractor. You have to pass an exam for a learner's license too. Yes, a written one. So to get the learner's license, you have to pass a written exam. Apparently, Ireland has one of the most tedious driving procedures to get a license. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like I read some article about that. Mostly in complaint, of course. People complaining, like, why are we so... hard on our people? But the arguments are always, of course, you know, well, it's also a good thing to have strict procedures in place. Oh, wow, the extractor's working, surprisingly. I still have a little bit of a fan on. Keeping me cool. Yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised by this extractor. Very nice. You have to pass an exam to get an... Yeah, basically. Yeah. I guess it's like the UK where the experienced driver has to ensure they're road legal. Well, yes, yeah. So Nathan can't have a pint. And I can't just drive him home. He has to be sober. Basically, the idea is that he is my instructor, technically. During that whole process. Yes. It is a mandatory process, yes. You know, after soldering the most crudest robotic parts, soldering a proper PCB is just so cute, you know? So cute. Tip is actually pretty impressive. Like, the contact you can get on this tip is really good. Pleasantly surprised by this guy. Hey. Yeah, I forgot I have this. It's like an NA as well. Okay. Oh, yeah. I have to do insurance and we had to register my name on the car and everything. It's a whole process. And this is why, like, it's really what people don't talk about enough, or at the very least, what I find people don't talk about enough, is the cost of learning how to drive a car. So bear in mind, I'm getting an amazing deal. I think my lesson costs €50. I haven't heard of anyone it costing €50. For most people that I know, it's extremely expensive to learn. So, but bear in mind, I'm getting a cheap deal, a really good deal, and it costs €50 for each lesson, and you have to do 12. You also have to buy a car. You also have to get insurance on your car. And bear in mind, your insurance on your car is going to be atrociously large because you're a young new driver. Then, yeah, so your insurance, all of that, you have to do your 12 lessons. To have gotten the learner's license in the first place, it costs a lot of money. So you have to do your eye test, which costs €30. You have to get proof of address, proof of whatever, and you have to do a learner's exam, which public books are not available for it. You have to buy it from the official company if you want to do any practice. It also costs like €20 or whatnot. I don't remember how much it costs, €20, €40 to book the learner's license. But to study for it using official examination material, you have to pay a subscription, or you have to buy, some crazy things to be able to afford it. The books alone like cost €60, €70. It's not like that, Bobby. I know how to drive with my husband, right? He's teaching me to drive. You still have to have official 12 lessons from a professional licensed driver in that sense. Hi, Jimmy. Welcome in. And you may say driving is not really complicated, but for some people it is. There are people who have different skill sets in life. For some it's harder, for others it's easier. Gotta go with the flow. It'll probably be relatively cheap for you as you're above the 8. Yeah, that's true. Because I'm old. You're absolutely right, Zia. Because usually it's 18-year-olds that are doing the driving stuff. But because I'm old, our insurance only went up by €100. Yeah, it was really, really cheap just because of that. Oh. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome in. Welcome in. It would probably be relatively cheaper for you to... yeah, there you go. Driving is not technically complicated indeed. The attention is required, especially for today. Yeah, like you say, like people will say, oh, driving is easy. And then we hear about car accidents every day. And if you ever seen any fucking dash cams, we see the level of stupidity people go through. So, you can say it's easy, but... I think I do this wrong, actually. I never want to ride a horse again. Once was enough. Oh, I love horse riding. For me, I'm kind of getting to that part in my life, a little bit more considerate about animals and stuff. And although I truly believe in working horses and working dogs and things like that, like I can see the animal absolutely loving their job. What I know as well at the same time is my heart breaks for the school pony. You know, I've seen so many school ponies just going in circles, life drained out of them, and I see the other spectrum as well sometimes. Really heartbreaking. Sorry, I had to re-put the diode in because just to show you that this is the diode, I need to make sure that the line, sorry, taking forever for it to focus. The line matches. See that black line? That's the block line part of a diode. Okay, let's put this in. Do you have any early impression? Yeah, I'm very pleasantly surprised with the wand already. And I looked at the soldering tip, I was like, ah, no. Now, to be fair, my soldering kit that I had prior to this, or have prior to this, is really shit. So I don't know if it's fair to say that the soldering tip is really good. The soldering wand is really good. But compared to what I have, it's really good. I don't know if that answers your question that much, but hopefully. Car crashes happen. No need to be scared of crashing. If you need one. Look, people die in car crashes as well. Got to be careful, and you don't want to be the one who causes the accident, or you don't want to hurt anyone. So, you know, you need to be cautious. You need to learn. That's the whole reason why we have to do those learners tests and stuff. What are we building? So I'm testing this new soldering kit that I got from Solder. And they gave a little kit just to solder together. And it says press here. But obviously I have to solder this first, and then we'll press that button and see what happens. I don't know what it is. So to answer your question, I have no clue what I'm soldering. For now, I'm just putting in a bunch of diodes, and then we're going to solder the diodes. Right. And last diode. Here we go. Put that bad boy in. Devices. That's the new forest way, isn't it? Devices? That's the word? What are you guys talking about? I hear England is doing very, very well in the World Cup. Are UK fans extremely excited about the possibility? I hear there's a lot of drama at the moment. I'm not really that in touch with football, but I do hear that there is drama about Argentina. Something happened with Egypt and there was a huge controversy. And that's why we're all uniting and cheering for England, supposedly. What I see on the internets, anyway. Oh, so it is a bit messy, I think. Ah, I see what you did there. Is it a bit messy? Oh my god, I have hair stuck in the flux. Yep. Yeah. A bit of a weird tournament in some ways. Yeah, so what I heard is nowadays they have the same thing that we have in rugby, which is TMO. That's a new thing-ish in football now. And apparently it's been abused. That's the rumors I hear. Oh my god, this is amazing. Oh, the way it just goes in. Oh. Smooth like butter. Mostly they say because there was a bid on Argentina to win against Egypt, so they had to make a difference. Oh. Yeah, television match official. Yes, so we've had that in rugby for ages. So I'm assuming that's a newish enough system in football. Back in my day when I used to watch football. Oh my god, the soldering pen is amazing. I don't have to do anything crazy, you know? Before I used to have to like shake the wand like crazy to get a good connection, good little melting point. But it's so easy to do this. It's like, it's easy to solder properly. You know the way some people give out to me about you're not doing it the proper way? It's so much easier to do it now the proper way with a good solder. Nice. Same thing as VAR. Okay. Yeah, although like we complain about it a lot in rugby as well, where VAR gets, or TMO in our case, but you know, VAR in this case gets used, and it's like one team every try was TMO'd while the other team's ones never did, and I know that there's sometimes a lot of controversy in rugby alone for that. So I can imagine in football it's the same. Yeah, they're really cool, Random Logic. I think they're amazing. Like, this whole kit is honestly, I'm extremely satisfied with this. And super pleasantly surprised, like I said, with the soldering wand itself. Because I would have thought that because it's so, you know, cool and makery, you know, almost gimmicky, that I thought the quality of the pen would go down, but I don't see that. Yeah, so you can buy the cheapest version of this kit. I think it's like €99 or something. And so you can print some of the parts then. I've been watching Ireland sometimes, Jimmy. And I've been keeping an eye on the score. But not much. So what was it? Ireland versus Japan recently? Obviously, keeping an eye on Ireland's problems with their team and their squads. All right. So we've put in the diodes and we've put in the LEDs. Let's go. Okay, so the next thing is we're going to put in maybe a chip. I don't think I've ever soldered a chip before. I think it's given a couple of great days of rugby. Yeah, there was one day which was class. It was like 6 games back to back to back to back. I think that was 2 weeks ago. But I was, of course, streaming on those days. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, so this is a CD4017. Anyone want to Google that for me? CD4017. What is this chip? CD4017. Ah, it's a decade counter. Cool. I get my kids to make a decade counter out of a non-decade counter, basically. Not my kids. You know what I mean. Oh yeah, wait. Woo! Thank goodness I didn't put it in because I put it in the wrong orientation. Oh my god, this is so hard to put in. Oi, oi, oi. Oh my days. Lads, I'm getting defeated by the soldering chips. Stepping on these ICs is worse than Legos. Oh my god. You sound like you're talking from experience. I'm not sure if FIFA imply, but it's over. Oh. All right. So is the consensus that there was something or dodge or not? Or is that still a controversial question for me to ask chat? If there was some corruption going on. I suppose the question is, do you guys feel that there was something weird going on? Oh yes, I finally got the legs in. Look at the little guys. They're so cute. Their little legs, they barely fit through. Now. The handy thing about it is that it actually kind of gets stuck in there, which is nice. Solder it calmly. I don't follow sports. Egypt felt that Argentina had been shown a lot of favoritism, by the way. Okay, Egypt felt that. Make sure to solder the chip in star pattern. In star pattern? Do you mean like like don't solder one line and then the next line? Is that what you're trying to say? Okay. Put that here. From my personal perspective, I am sad that Norway got knocked out. Obviously, the only thing I was really keeping an eye on was the awesome memes. The awesome, whatchamacallit, Haaland memes that have been all over the internet. Those were great. Wish that man played rugby instead. Oh, jeez. You know what? I think I need another little peg here. Yeah, they were very good, Gooser. Not doing the best start pattern, but bear with me. I know it's early days because I just started with the soldering guy. But my other soldering kit occasionally would spit at me. And it was really sore. But this guy hasn't spat at me yet. Like I said, it's early days. But I wonder if that's actually like solder or wand dependent. Gotta work quick here so that we don't get the guy too hot and don't damage him. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, done. Was it disappointing sounding? I didn't mean to. It's meant to be a good thing. It's meant to be a good thing. I promise. All right, let's put on some background. Ooh, how about some Witcher 3 Velen ambient? Perfect. I need to take a break soon. I might make that iced coffee. But although, actually, like I said, like once you start streaming, you know, like, well, in this case, once I started soldering, once I started doing something, I do feel much better in terms of sleepiness. Yeah, there are sensors. There are sensors everywhere. So a lot of the arguments for a lot of things was disputed for many reasons, I think. Okay, so this is a button. We might just solder the button, call it a day. Well, not a day, but, you know, call it a break. Oh, I heard about that. Yeah, that there might have been an issue with the sensors because it did look physically that it did go out. I saw that as well. Although, again, the video evidence of it was extremely pixelated as well. Oh, shit. I'm okay. You're a tofu. Sorry, my solder is a bit... I do like the grip on this soldering wand, actually. This reminds me of school. The grips we used to have on our pens. You were a cool kid if you were able to have a grip for everything. For all your pens and papers. So I'm going to just switch this off real quick. The solder kit, I mean. I'm going to switch the fan, the exhaust, and the LED. I'm going to camera here. We'll take a quick break. We're almost halfway anyway. Oh, we're halfway there. While we're making our swear. Wire cutter. Make myself a nice iced coffee. We'll come back, we'll continue with our soldering. Hi, Steve. Welcome in, welcome in. Have to have a cool trapper keeper too. What's that, NG? How are you keeping, Steve? Welcome in, welcome in. Enjoy your conference call. I hope it'll be fruitful, Jimmy. Thanks, Herder, by the way, if you're still here for that clip with Bambi. I just saw it posted into Discord. So if you guys ever feel like I said a funny quote or if there's a funny clip, we do have a clips channel and a quote channel in Discord. So feel free to use them. ! Discord to join our Discord server. Indeed. I don't know what you're talking about, Herder. I'm going to go and hang out with Bambi real quick. I'll make iced coffee. Oh. Yeah, the iced coffee will take at least 5 minutes. So I'll run a 5-minute break. I'll be right back. It would be so nice if I could run 4 minutes of ads or 5 minutes of ads sometimes. But yeah, we're capped at 3 minutes. Thump at her. I've tried. So sometimes I do that. I thump, like I stand beside her and I thump my foot. I don't think it translates. I was trying to speak her language when she does something bold, but I don't think she gets it. Oh, it was a popular 3-ring binder with cool images kids in school in the 80s had. Oh, okay. I didn't grow up in the 80s. Sorry, Hank. So I didn't know that. Okay, I'll be right back, chat. I'll bring some iced coffee. Who wants iced coffee? Harry? Herder? Dear? Steve? Gotcha. Decipher these angles into X and Y components, horizontal and vertical. The description of the scene of The Lord of the Rings is basically Aragorn tossing Gimli across. We don't tell the elf. And there's a massive gap that he has to get across, but also the gap or the layer where the orcs are is slightly lower level. So there's a few approximations we have to make. Our goal here is to calculate how far across Gimli got yeeted, but also how long he was in the air. The first thing we estimate is the speed that Gimli is at. And we did a couple of things on my live Twitch stream to calculate this. Some of the things included calculating frames per second. Others did estimation of distance traveled per second, but basically we came up with 4 meters per second. The angle at which he was yeeted looked roughly 45-degree angle, and this is a chef's kiss of an angle to choose because this is the ideal angle to throw something usually. In this example, Gimli is being tossed at 4 meters per second and at an angle of 45 degrees. There is, however, also the issue that the level where Gimli is at and where the orcs are, there's a bit of a gap. And looking at the video over and over again, and again, estimations and conversations via my Twitch chat, we confirmed and believe that it was roughly 1 Gimli. This is a standard unit of measurement, and you cannot argue against me on this. 1 Gimli is roughly 1.37 meters. And so we estimate that the difference in height is about 1.37 meters in the vertical axis. As Gimli is being thrown, he follows a parabolic path, i.e. a curved path of motion. Basically, because we ignore air resistance, we say that the horizontal path remains constant. Nothing is changing the horizontal component of his speed at any point in time. We physicists love ignoring air resistance. But the y direction, the vertical component, changes every millisecond. At every point in time that Gimli is in the air, gravity is acting against Gimli, and at some point, at the highest peak, he wouldn't even be moving in the y direction. And then we'll begin to accelerate downwards. The vertical velocity changes at every moment in time. Here are some of the classical equations from kinematics that you would usually use to solve these problems. However, again, the problem here is linear motion. At the moment, we're at an angle and we're not exactly at linear motion, but we will decipher this. We have to break down Gimli's projectile motion into its x and y components. So I hope you remember your trigonometry. If Gimli is being thrown at 4 meters per second at an angle of 45, we can depict the x and y component basically by using Pythagoras' theorem. Remembering your sine, cos, and tan rules, we can determine the speed of Gimli at the moment that he gets thrown in the x direction and the y direction. Remembering that opposite over hypotenuse is equal to sine 45, you can rearrange the equation to determine what the line of the opposite side is, i.e. his speed in the y direction. The answer is 2.83 meters per second in the y-axis. We can do the exact same thing except using cosine rule, adjacent over hypotenuse is equal to cos 45, and determine as well that the answer is 2.83 meters per second. What is going on? Why is the answer the same? Is this a mistake? No, this is what 45-degree angle is all about. So if you ever see that 45-degree angle, know that your components are going to be the same in the end. This is great. We just determined at what speed Gimli is going up initially and at what speed he's going sideways initially as two separate components. The first part we're going to determine is how long was Gimli in the air? And we have three kinematic equations we talked about earlier. You could sit there and basically decipher, take off what information you have and what information you're looking for. And using this method, you can determine that you need the S is equal to UT plus a half of AT squared. The x naught cancels off because that's the initial position and the initial position is 0. What we're doing here is we're substituting all the y components. How long Gimli is in the air is only dependent on the y vector, all the up arrows and all the down arrows, and that's what we're substituting here in this equation. We determined that roughly the height difference was 1.37 meters, 1 Gimli, but remember it has to be a negative. And also remember that when substituting for gravity, you have to make it minus 9.81 meters per second squared, because gravity is acting against us. We then get ourselves into a quadratic equation and we use the minus b formula. We know what the a component, b component, and c component is. I simplified the mathematics here and subbed in all the values, but we get two possible answers because there's a plus or a minus part of the equation. Two answers result in 1.124 and the other one is minus 3.189. And I am ignoring the negative sign because, well, time doesn't move negatively, technically. That's another story for another time, why it can be negative. But in this case, we can only take a positive answer for time, and so we... Hello, is it me you're looking for? That was terrible singing. I apologize that I put you through... Oh my god, that was actually exactly 5 minutes. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive prediction. Cheers, chat. Sláinte. Made myself... So it's about this much milk and ice. Then an espresso shot with the tiniest little bit of caramel sauce. Well, not caramel sauce, like caramel stuff that you add to coffee. But I buy them in Tiki Maxx occasionally. It's the slim version. So it's like 0 calories, 0 whatever. Listen, the sweetest sugary syrups that are 0 calories, I don't know. There's something else dodgy in them that you're consuming, but that's just my opinion. Caramel syrup. There we go, Zero. There we go. Yes, we have our iced coffee. Hi, Rockophile. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're keeping well. See how we're getting on here. Our soldering. So, this is how much we've done so far. We've done the LEDs, the diodes, the button, and the decade box. So, we have a couple of things we can do. We have a bunch of resistors with no labels on them. So I think they assume that I can read resistors. Yet, I have news for you, chat. I don't know how to read resistors. I know black, brown, I know the order of the colors, I know I'm very bad at it. What does your shirt mean? So this says S is equal to K log W. So it depends how you study. I study with an omega, a capital omega. Anyways, this is the statistical version of entropy, where K is Boltzmann's constant, log is logarithmic, and omega is the statistical weight. It's the amount of, what's the term? Orientations or positions that amount of particles can be in. So let's say I have a blue, red, and yellow ball. And I have 3 slots. In how many orientations can I put the red, blue, and yellow ball in? How many orientations can I have them in? Those combinations. So that's how many you can that amount is the statistical weight. Hope you are too. I'm very, very good. Thanks for asking. So I'm just gonna really quickly I turn it on. I want to resistance. I'm just gonna measure the resistance of these resistors. That's all right with you guys, real quick. So this is 320 ohms. All of these are 300. Okay, so these guys are 320. This is. Oh, I'm overloaded. Are they 100k? Serious? The fuck? How big is this resistor? 0.5 mil? Okay, these are 0.5 mil resistors. Fascinating. This is a 1 kilo ohm resistor. Okay. Let's stick these guys in. So I have 320 or 330 even. To be honest, I measured 320. Isn't 320 usually the value of the resistor, not 330? The numbers that they usually go into. I got overloaded the night before last. Overloaded? Did you drink too much? I could. But also, why not measure? If we have the machine to do the measuring quite accurately, we might as well. Isn't that right? I'm just threading them through. Time flies when you're having rum. Don't tell Captain Jack Sparrow. I never trust which round to read the resistors. Is it 330 is a typical value? Ah, okay. I thought it was 320. I got it wrong. Yeah, I just don't trust myself around resistors. Pretty sure there's a joke there somewhere. Somewhere there's a joke, chat. Stop resisting and learn them. Never! Never! Quarter to 3. Loads of time for physics. I've decided to do slightly longer physics. What I've noticed is, or science and technology. What I've noticed is that the last month or so, I've actually been cutting back on science and technology. The reason was because for the longest time, I was doing the exact opposite before. I was like, oh, you know, we did 4 hours of science and tech and I only have 2 hours of gaming and so on and so forth. And I felt like, oh, I never get through the games that I want. But you know what? Even with what I started doing recently and stuff, gaming is my hobby. And I'm very lucky to stream it occasionally on Twitch. But the reality of it is, it's my hobby. And in my spare time, I should be doing what I love. My hobbies. So Even though there's so many hobbies I want to learn and more projects and stuff, I'm going to stick to some of the stuff that I know. And what I know is how to play video games. So I'm hoping to just play more games off stream. Like I said, it's such a silly game. It's actually not even just silly. It's so dystopian what I'm playing at the moment. I'm playing a game called Supermarket Simulator. I'm playing a game where you simulate the experience of running a supermarket. I don't know why. First of all, it is extremely addicting. It is a really, really fun, addicting game. But also, I do feel like there's a level of, yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Oddness about it. How are you keeping Bulbadin? Strike everyone with the room. You do strike. So if you catch someone stealing in your supermarket, the way to get rid of them is by beating them with a bat. So yeah. Okay, here's an interesting thing I've noticed about that game. People drive on the right-hand side of the road. Okay? People use a bat to beat up robbers. Also, the unit in my car for the speed is in kilometers per hour. So, my question is, chat, where is my supermarket located in the world? Where A, you're driving on the right side of the road. B, you're legally allowed to beat people with a bat if they're stealing from you. And C, the unit in the car is kilometers per hour. Okay. True. I was going to go with the joke, Portapat, though, of children yearn for the mines. But similar idea there, I think. Yeah, we used to play Life when we were young. The fun part. I played a lot of fun games like that when I was a kid. Netherlands in the 20s? Clearly Canada. Ah, no, Canada is way too nice. My guess is Australia. I think Australia drives on the left-hand side. Do all previous UK colonies drive on the left side? Ireland, we drive on the right, on the left. I could be wrong, Rockophile. I'm asking. You tell me. True. It is. You're right. It is a previous colony. I do feel like they're the ones that kickstarted the whole shitfest for the Brits. Oh well. Just thought it would be a curious, challenging question. Oh, sorry. Gee, Thevenin, no worries. I know, I not only know, I even teach how to read resistors. I never trust myself. I always want to double check. And it's kind of nice to just get a proper measurement for them. All right, here we go. Let's put flux on. Okay, they do drive on the left-hand side. All right. Look at me knowing things. Nice for a change. So I've plugged in all the resistors, and I think I put in all the right values. I hope, anyway. It'd be very embarrassing if I got them all wrong. Well. What'd you name your supermarket? Tofu Supermarket. I named it Tofu Supermarket. I'm not very creative with the naming. Usually all my stuff, I always call it the laboratory, the lab rats, or tofu's something. So yeah, even for games that I play off stream. Once, and I'm so sorry I did this behind your back, chat. Once when I was playing Stardew Valley, I named all the chicken and cows and pigs after chat users. That's true, Ebendriel. They will release the magic spell. They'll let me know if I did this wrong. Okay, let's power up our solder again. South Africa and Japan. Oh yeah, Japan's on the left side too. That's right. Is it socially appropriate to beat people with bats motor? Who are the pigs and who are the cows and who are the... Wouldn't you want to know, herder? Wouldn't you want to know who was who in my farm? Although I love Stardew Valley, I don't know if like those kind of games I love to play off stream. I don't know if I ever would play them on stream. You know? I don't know if you guys find them entertaining. Although, like, I always think city builders are quite boring to watch, but you guys watch me... To be honest, you guys watch me play anything. I don't know why I'm overthinking this. Ooh. Now, I know the soldier's meant to... Ooh! Oh yeah, I forgot there's a new sound alert. The soldier's meant to go into the exhaust, but I'd like to point out that this flux smells lovely. Thanks, Herder, for the Gigantify. Okay, yeah, this is a disaster. Let me just shimmy everyone over here. There we go. You should play Civ 6. Yes, it's been on my spin to win, spin the wheel, loads of times, but I never landed on it. I own Civ 6 and all. And I feel like it would be a cool game to play and try. Be very different from anything I usually play. And I think it can be quite addicting as well. One Irish word, please. Well, you know what? Okay, one word. I was going to say a phrase. Oh damn, one word. Oh geez. I'm put on. Oh my god. I like the word for pink in Irish. And the word for pink is bondarg, which actually directly translates as white red. So the word for pink in Irish is white red. Thanks a million for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Lab Rat community. Our survival rate has increased from 30% to 40% recently. It's a great time to be a loyal follower. Oh, so satisfying. You get the angle right. Look at the exhaust. Oh my god. The fumes are actually fume extracting. Let's go. Breathe that in. Breathe. Sorry. Where was I? Did I do everything? I think so. Yeah. Good. Hey. Wait, we have survivors? Shh. We have poster child survivors. Yes, we do. That's right. Blue is sini in Russian, and goluboy is light blue specifically. Yeah. Also, I think it means gay. All right. That's this part done. What's the most out of character game you've played but enjoyed? Like, most unusual? 300 degrees motor. Maybe 310 even? Out of character. Maybe GTA 5? Just especially since I'm a lecturer and a teacher, it was really inappropriate. But it was good fun. I don't know if it was really out of character for me, but it really was important. That I learn, like, I became a much better gamer after playing Elden Ring. Once I played and finished Elden Ring, and I 100%ed it and everything, I feel like it made me just a much better gamer in general. It taught me a lot. Because usually I would just, with no strats, bulldoze through. But Elden Ring was great for me because of the kind of life that I live, where I need to fail a lot to learn. And Elden Ring does exactly that. It teaches you a lot. A very good life lesson game. I also learned, after playing that game and streaming it and posting content about it, is that it turns out you can offend people by how you play on a single player game. Yeah, that was a fascinating experience for me. Right. Bad. No, I wouldn't think of it. I would just think blue. But I think in English, praised. My Russian is passable. I could get away with my Russian ability, but I think in English. So I will always think in an English way. I grew up my whole life outside of Russia, so I don't know any better, if that makes sense. Yeah, I would say red and pink do look different. I wouldn't say they're different shades. I agree, yeah. Another word, Leatherhoyle. I like the word in Irish for jumper. The Irish word for jumper is gansy. It's a nice word. Okay, so this is an NE55P. The correct one. This is the timer, I believe. I need to bend the legs a bit. There we go. Okay, so we're going to solder the timer. Again, we need to work quickly so that we don't damage the components. I'm sure we'll do our best. Hey, Lana! How's our favorite panda doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're keeping well. What are you getting up to these days? Oh, you're doing Life is Strange. Man, Life is Strange has been on my spin the wheel for so long. We never land on it. Maybe it's a sign. Those bad boys are in everything. Exactly, Furious. Oh, green and yellow are divisive colors. No, they're very divisive as well for me. I would agree, yeah. Got home early from work? Yes. Home early from work. Let's go. Nathan has been playing a lot at home as well. Or sorry, he's been addicted to a game while I'm addicted to a game as well. Do you know what we got him addicted to, chat? This was all thanks to y'all. I recommended him this game. Anno. He played the same Anno that I played. Except he got the economy down. I didn't. I sucked at it too much. But yeah. Being here in the north, I thought it was another type of jumper. It's a jumper, yeah. I don't know if it means a specific type, but it's just the word we used for jumper. Oh, am I missing parts? No, I'm not. We have a diode to put in here. Yeah, I want to play the remaining Life is Strange games. I haven't played so far. Yeah, that's kind of the reason why I put Life is Strange as well on my to play list, because I want to play the other ones. But it's been so long since I played the first one. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. When I first got Steam, I think it was like 2017? No, earlier, 2013? Yeah, somewhere, like, it was my first year in college, I got Steam. I was playing PC games before, but it was my first, like, game, like, in that sense. Anyways, I think Life is Strange might have been my first ever, Steam game. I might be misremembering, but also, I don't think I am. Okay, so this USB port is interesting. Since that it doesn't... Yeah, it's gonna go fall. What we might do... We might rest it. It fell. How do we solder this if it's falling out so easily? Ooh, that is very high IQ, Daniel. Ah, last reel, thanks. Didn't realize that. That's cool. We should check it out. Because I also remember I played a lot of Skyrim. Oh, that's because I had a PlayStation 3. Yeah. So PlayStation 3 was the first console I owned. Well, I bought when I became a student. But, because I had the Wii and the DS as gifts as a teenager and a kid growing up. What if I do something cheeky like this? Is this dodge? Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. I'm gonna damage that. But if I do it super carefully, maybe it'll be okay. 6-7. Hi, Flower. How are you doing? How's Melzy doing these days? I haven't had a chance to see her streams lately, unfortunately. I think she streams at a ungodly hour in my perspective. 65 stream streak. Let's go. This is hard to get in, actually. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Oh, that suction was gorgeous. Yeah, they are, Animal. They're really, really cool. Frickin' class, if I do say so myself. All these little components are 3D printed. I can imagine it'll be very early. Yeah, sometimes if I get up super early and I boot up stream, I get a chance to see her just as she's finishing stream, pretty much. Oh wow, okay. I did a pretty good job. I'm surprised. These there's here. We're almost done, actually. We just have a diode, 2 capacitors, and a transistor. I do. There's a little vent right here. Also 3D printed. Oh. I think I might have lost a capacitor, chat. Oh, there it is. It's stuck magnetically. Lul. All good, all good, all good. This is the 47 one. This guy goes here. And this is the 10 microfarads one. It goes here. Right, we're almost done. We're halfway there. Whoa. Let's freaking go. Oh, we're almost done. Soldering all. Oh no, I feel like sneezing. You like sneezing? Excuse me. I was thinking that was my first game on Steam, but then I realized I got Resident Evil 3 and Monster Hunter for free. Ah! With my GPU and CPU. Oh man, that's amazing. Bless thee. Why, thank you. Thank you, chat. I appreciate that. Right. Let's... Oh, shit. There's one more flux I missed on the other side. But we have one more resistor left. Or not resistor even. It's a diode. There we go. All right. The last bit. We're almost there. It's almost game over, man. Game over. Oh, shit. I didn't get a nice slurp in there. We're halfway there. Whoa. Sorry, I'm getting at a weird angle. There we go. Oh my god, I'm stabbing myself with the resistors. Lovely. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff indeed. All right. Resista is futile. You shall be simulated. Still gotta play Half-Life 2. Have you played the first Half-Life? The only Half-Life I've left to play is the Black Mesa Blue Shift. But as Tarek pointed out to me, it's actually a pain in the ass to boot up and load. Wish it was easier. Alright, assuming I didn't fuck up anything, and I soldered everything correctly, and I didn't damage anything with the solder heat, this is meant to do something when I plug it in and press a button. The question is, will it do what it's meant to do, chat? Let me just clean up a little bit here. I'll just get a quick tissue. Black Mesa was a good read. Yeah, I enjoyed Black Mesa. It was really, really good. Just cleaning up some of the flux. Put on way too much. Hello, Tofu. Hello, Angel. Welcome in. Okay. So now that we've that cleaned up, we just need to power it up. So this is a, what is this? USB. This one. Okay, here we go. I don't know what it's gonna do. Hope it doesn't blow up. Oh! No smoke coming out either. Look in the back of it, it does look like everything's soldered. The diodes are incorrectly. That is incorrect. Sorry, that is correct. Not incorrect. Nothing feels hot. Nothing's burning. Wonder. Could it be maybe because it's a power bank, it's confused about the power draw? Because we've had issues before with certain tech and the power banks. Do the multimeter. Not even sure I can test the multimeter just because it's a PCB. Not sure where everything is. Does that make sense? Or where everything flows. But I know there's no power being drawn at all at the moment because the USB would light up telling me there's... sorry, the power bank would tell me. But it's not even actually drawing power. I'll try something else later with this. I have an idea, some ideas, possible ideas. Possibilities. Realms of possibility. I just checked there. My soldering connection should be good. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, when is this heat wave going to be over? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Try USB charger or something. So that was a USB charger. Yeah, that's why I'll try just a direct power connection. Well, that was fun. I'm really, really happy with this whole soldering kit, to be honest. I'm pleasantly surprised with this kit. And like I said, the wand is surprisingly good. And it's a cool kit to bring into work, you know? Like you're doing some work with your students and you'll be like, "Oh, just give me a sec. I'm just gonna do this cool thing real quick and bring my soldering station with me." Don't mind me though. Don't mind me. I'm just so cool, yo. 6'7". What do you think, chat? Would I be very down with the kids, as they say? They do not say that, but you know. Yeah, the colors are cool. Oh. That doesn't go there. Wonder if these guys... Halfway there, whoa. Living on a prayer. Living on a prayer. Pack up our suitcase. But it's nice that you can kind of clean up after yourself. And I know that that's funny coming from me. But it would be... Oh, I can donate this station to Nathan now. But, yeah, it's nice that we can have just a nice thing to have and then to clean up nice and briskly as well. I'm personally a big fan. I am. You would think you're cool, but students are hard to impress. Have you ever considered building a drone? No. I have no really interest in them, to be honest. I had a drone years and years ago, but I didn't really play around with them. It's kind of cool for like 5 minutes, and then I lose interest immediately. It's not something I'm that eager to work with. Ooh, cheers, bloatware. Need to add some cool and trendy badges, stickers to it. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Life is Strange was among my first few games. Cool! We're in the same boat, so. There we go. Pretty awesome kit, if I do say so myself. Honestly, it is a nice reminder to just kind of clean up after myself. If I can move away the soldering station, put away the power supply, like, I want to make more space on my desk because look how many tables I have in this room. I have so many tables, but when I come home to do work, so I have to do some, you know, funding applications, some research, all of that. I have no space on my desk to do it. So I'm not, like, how is it that I have so many tables and not enough space? So I would like to be able to clean up after myself a little bit. Ah, of course, Thevenin. I'm glad to hear that. And it's great to see your username matching your background. All right. Cleaned up. So I've done the soldering that I've promised. I'm gonna, you know, I'll check this right back. Don't worry about it. I'll be right back, chat. Yeah, never mind. Still doesn't work with the direct power supply. I'm going to say that it wasn't my fault, and it totally is the fault of everyone else but me. What do we think, Chad? Is that a fair agreement? It's not my fault. It's everyone else's fault. I'm a goody two-toe shoe. Yes. I believe that should be the rule of thumb from here on in. The problem with drones, there's virtually nowhere you can fly them, and you can basically fly them. Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah, so back when I got my first drone, there were no laws about drones. Obviously, it was still early days. But yeah, I didn't realize that you're not allowed to fly them in residential areas. Rule of thumb? Rule of thumb. Ah, Thevenin, you're too kind. Thank you so much for the dono, but you really don't have to. I really appreciate it. All the donations go to gadgets, gizmos, and stuff. But I really appreciate the dono. Too kind, too kind. Since you mentioned it. I still have a problem of pronouncing goody. No, I messed it up again. I never had a problem saying that phrase until that clip happened. Okay, so just context. About a year ago, maybe 2, I'm not sure. It's been a while. I got a little, not drunk. Drunk is a strong word. Just tipsy on stream during a charity stream. Sorry, wrong overlay. And basically, I couldn't say this phrase, and I kept messing it up. And to this day, I struggle saying this phrase. I'm a goody two-toe shoe. I'm a goody toe. I'm a goody toe. Tofu. Goody two shoe?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close.
I'm a goody toe. I'm a goody toe. Tofu. Goody two shoes. Goody two shoes. There we go.
What you just said.
But ever since that incident, I struggled with that phrase because I screwed something in my head about it. I'm absolutely yeah, I don't know what to say. Something that day shifted in my brain. And not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Rewired, exactly. Absolutely rewired. Destroyed. Maybe you wanted to say goody two tofu? I think I wanted to say goody two shoes tofu. But yeah, that was the brain cell you drowned in booze. Basically, Graf. I wasn't even that drunk. I was just like a little buzz, a little lovely buzz. And yeah, I remember that stream. I was playing Soma. That was my first kind of stream of Soma, because I went back to Soma after that. Glasses were dirty. Hi, Konshu. Goody tofu shoes. Yes, there was definitely possible different variations of what I was thinking of saying or what I was doing. Oh yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, fan is nice. Turn it up now that the extractor doesn't need to be working at the same time. So I planned to do that soldering project, which we got done. Good job, team. High five. And the next project, or the next topic I wanted to cover, was something that I recorded just before going live, because I want to make a YouTube video out of this. But since I have everything on the board, I think I will assign some homework. Oh, spicy. Okay, so here's the problem. I'm going to show you the whiteboard, and I'm going to show you an elevator problem. And so I'm going to go for a break then. I'm going to pee, grab a few bites to eat, but I'll keep the board up and you guys can look at the board. And it's very simple physics. Okay? What do you need to know? You need to know Newton's law. F is equal to ma. You need to know what weight and mass is. So if you guys know all those three things, this is solvable. This is a conceptual question. Homework in this economy? All right, I'll pick you up. Upsies. There we go. Assume we're in an elevator. Your mass is 50 kilograms, and the elevator acceleration, usually going up or going down, is 2 meters per second squared. So you have your elevator, you stand on weighing scales, and then weighing scales tell you that you have a mass of 50 kilograms. Question 1. What would the weighing scales say if you're accelerating down in the elevator? Question 2. What if your elevator is accelerating up? What would the weighing scales say? And part number 3. What is the acceleration if suddenly the rope cuts off? Sorry, what is the weight that it says here on the weighing scales if the rope just suddenly cuts? We forgot the letter N. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't follow. And down. Oh, here. Go. If the rope snaps, the brakes go on automatically. We're going to assume there are no brakes. No brakes. So I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let you think about it. But I'm going to leave a small hint. And it's just to remind you how weighing scales work. Weighing scales don't actually measure mass. Remember what mass is. Mass is the amount of stuff there is, the amount of matter. So you can't sit there and measure the amount of matter. So what it actually measures is your weight. And it extrapolates from that what your mass would be. Assuming you're on Earth and having a good time. So that's a little hint I will leave you with. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to run some ads to get rid of them as well. But I'll be back. You want to do the maths? The question is, what does it say in the weighing scale for each elevator ride?
That still only counts as one!
Right, I'm back. Oh, you didn't get ads. Nice. That's a win. We'll take it. Evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. So, I see someone's first comment is all correct. I will show you the answers. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ta-da! We'll go through the answers in a second. Jeez Louise. But, oh, it's this way. But, the answer for the first one is 39.8. The answer for the second one is 60.2. And the final one is 0. So in question 1, elevator is going down. Now, what I want to point out is that we can actually draw a whole bunch of, what's the word? Vector diagrams, right? We can do a whole bunch of stuff to determine in which direction the normal way is, in which the direction the force is, and all these good stuff. But what I would like to do is use common sense. And I know this sounds weird, but like always with my teaching, I try to think of how I used to think as a kid and see if it applies with others. That's exactly what I got, but my bunny ate my homework, so I can't show you my work. That's a valid excuse. That's a valid excuse. Anyways, the common sense that I use is that let's go into the elevator, okay? And we stand on the weighing scale. And we, what's the word? Sorry, we're just going to the elevator and the elevator is going down. The way I like to think about it logically is, are we helping gravity or are we opposing gravity? In this case, we're helping gravity. We're going to reduce the amount of work that gravity has to do to get us to the center of the earth, to make us fall, basically. I know that's a weird way of saying it, but it's the way that my brain kind of thinks about these problems. And so, in this case, we're reducing the acceleration due to gravity by 2 in this case. So it becomes 7.81. The weight is mass times gravity. So the weight of the person is 390 newtons. But remember what I said about the weighing scales. The weighing scales don't actually measure mass. They still measure weight, the proper physics definition. But they extrapolate then backwards for you and say, but this is your mass. Because they assume you're on Earth. And it's 9.81. And so the mass will measure 39.8 kilograms. Weighing scales basically work backwards. And the opposite would be true. Exactly, said Boxer. Welcome in, welcome in. In the case of the elevator going up, let's think about it. Are we helping gravity or opposing gravity? We're opposing gravity, right? We're going upwards, away from the center of the earth. And so we have to add that 2 meters per second squared. So our total acceleration due to gravity in this case would be 11.81 meters per second squared. Sub it in, we get 590.5 newtons. But again, the weighing scales measures stress, measures weight. Divide that by gravity, 9.81. And the mass would read 60.2 kilograms. The final question is, what happens if we just cut the rope of the elevator? And I know a few people jumped in this will catch them and the cable ties will catch them. It's a typical, very simple problem. The rope snaps, okay? It's falling. We're falling. We're dying, chat. In this case, gravity is acting downwards. We're speeding up at the exact same acceleration due to gravity. We're basically cancelling those two guys out. 0. Anything multiplied by 0 is 0. We have 0 force being exerted on the weighing scales. And if we have 0 force being exerted on the weighing scales, our mass is also going to read 0. And that is what free fall is. There was a thing I was thinking about this. Oh yeah, so I suppose like what I want to show is the difference between actual weight and apparent weight. Actual weight is the weight that you experience due to acceleration of gravity, due to gravity. So me standing here, I have a mass and you multiply by acceleration due to gravity, and that is my weight, okay? But my apparent weight, what I apparently weigh, is depends on the surface that I'm on. So in this case right now, the normal and the gravitational do cancel out each other perfectly. But in weird situations like the elevator, my apparent weight, or if you're jumping, skydiving, or if you're in outer space, all of these different things, your apparent weight changes. Yes, free fall makes, it doesn't make the mass of an object zero, ring cats. It makes the weighing scale say that you have zero mass. You still are 50 kilograms worth of a person, no matter what's happening to you. Okay, that might be a stretch. You could be torn apart by gravitational fields. But generally speaking, you grab a human being, and no matter what you do to them, there's still 50 kilograms of mass. Their weight is going to change, though. And that's what a weighing scale is. What I kind of want to also highlight is the understanding of how generally weighing scales work. There's still a measurement of the classical physics definition of weight, and then we extrapolate via that and get mass out of that. Exactly, people and astronauts in orbit are technically not just floating, they're actually in a state of free fall, and their apparent weight, they're in continuous, exactly. Did I do a video on that? I don't know if I've done a video on that, but I plan to make a post on that. It's going to be based on stuff that I got to see in JRC, in the Joint Research Center, which is what the vomit comet does. That's right, the airplane goes up and then into a steep dive to simulate zero gravity. It accelerates at exactly 9.81 meters per second squared, so it feels like you're free floating. Geez, I wouldn't know Umbraka, sorry. Don't know if I understand. Simpler in imperial new pounds are a unit of force. I don't know if simpler is the right term. It might be simpler for you, and for many people who, I'm going to sound so mean, who are of an older generation. But I think anyone my age or younger, especially in Ireland, wouldn't find it so so much easier. Let me bring you down, chat. Right. Fix my setup. Woo. And that is the little video that I will prepare and a post to prepare hopefully tomorrow. Although I need to do so much work tomorrow. It's been a few weeks, 2 weeks since I've been in it to edit the content. I promise. I feel bad. I'm usually not this bad about, content and material editing and stuff like that, but it's been so... I think it's the heat wave. I'm lacking so much motivation recently. What would happen if there was a hypothetical hole on Earth and someone fell into it? Zigzag until you stop in the exact center. There's so many things about the hypothetical hole, because you're going to be gravitationally pulled by other stuff. If you're not being pulled towards the center, like the reason why someone is pulled to the center of the Earth is due to its gravitational field, due to the density of the matter there. But if there's nothing in the center, then how are you being pulled into it? Now, you could argue that, but then you'll be curved to the other masses around you instead of the center. Yeah, I don't know. That problem is a little bit more complicated than usually asked. I mean, the older scales just measure the force and report the force. Don't extrapolate mass. Oh, is that what you meant by that? But yeah, again, for that, then the weighing scales need to be older weighing scales. We don't even. Well, maybe I'm not going to quote and say we have weighing pounds. But in my experience, in my years of existing in this world, so at what height do you take fall damage? So I tried studying that for Elden Ring. One of my early things, because I wanted science communication, but I was trying to be unique. I was trying to do gaming, and I tried to determine the fall damage in Elden Ring for a long time. But the problem I found with it is anytime I tried to Google the height or the force or impact it would take to kill a person, every single statistical data sheet or chat or anything that mentioned it would go crazy about it's impossible to really determine how much it will take to kill a person. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. Can you just give me a statistical probability? And I'd be like, no, because you have to take this and this and this into consideration. It's like, no, that's not what statistics is. Please, just give me the statistical probabilities distributed of survival rate due to height or survival rate due to velocity of the car driver or something, right? And when I kept probing, I think we were using AI back then. It was Gen AI we tried to use at some point to get answers. And ChatGPT told me that I should call a helpline and it won't give me the answer anymore. We have to be careful about typing those things, call me, exactly for that reason. So that was the last we did of that science. Although I still would love to do that. I still would love to do that. Like research properly the fall damage in Elden Ring. Because I call BS on it. I'm not sure I believe in any Izzy. Yeah. I think that a lot of the more reasonable conspiracies out there are valid in the sense of, yeah, there's a probability of them being true. And there are, like, most of my distrust is with large governing bodies, police, and big billionaire companies covering shit up. That's kind of usually what I tend to believe in. And it's kind of not that crazy as well, because I watch a lot of true crime, and it does get revealed in the process that police do participate in a lot of cover-ups. And yeah, so I do kind of believe in a lot of those type of unique niche conspiracies, if that makes sense. About a study done by NASA that tried to work out fatal fall damage. Oh, really? Let's see if there's... Maybe we should research this. Totally for science, by the way. Twitch, don't ban me. NASA fatal fall damage. That's not what I typed. Okay. Google is being weird. Oh, that's fine. Sure. I would just, like, all I wanted was a number. It was okay if it was like the ifs and the buts and the ands and the its in there. It was just for the sake of science to extrapolate an equation and get something working. But it was just this ability or inability to give me facts. We should ask the helpline the same question. Jesus Christ, Medjay. I don't think so, Ring Cats. I think the probability of death in the velocity of a car is actually exponential. Maybe not exponential, but I do remember in my driving test theory, there was like a statistic about how the increased fatality of 30, 50, and 60 kilometers per hour, quite extreme. Well, you always fall on your feet in Elden Ring. You have armor on. That's true, but again, we could have done an equation based on that, you know? I wanted to invent an Elden Ring equation. I suppose it's really hard to determine in the end. Armor just makes you need new knees faster. Morning, Jafer. Welcome in. How are you today? Explain this, Twitch. Sorry, that was quite a loud slurp from me. Yeah, it's very hot today as well. Very, very hot. When is this heat wave going to be over? Just want it to be over. Oh my god! The whole forecast is the heat wave. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's as far as the weather is predicted. Oh my god. Ah, I hate this. I hate summer. Yeah, it must be an equation, Rockophile. But I guess that's the idea of what I wanted to do. I wanted to extrapolate backwards what the Elden Ring equation is and then compare it to real human statistics and call BS or non-BS to Elden Ring fall damage. That was the idea behind it. But yeah. I just had the heat. It finally cooled today. Oh, I'm jealous, Sutton. We're all jealous of you. Exactly. We need the fan. It smells tasty. I'm doing a barbecue outside. It looks like the risk is percentage as an S-shaped curve. Okay. Like a Nernst equation kind of curve? If that's the right direction of the S. Depends if it's slanted. How big is that water? It's massive. This is a massive water bottle. It is bigger than my head. It is. It's 1,600 milliliters. It's almost a 2-liter bottle. It is the most impractical purchase I've ever done. Because how am I supposed to bring this into work? It's way too big. Way too big. And like, imagine me going to the water fountain. Because that's what I do at work. I fill up my water bottle at the water fountain. Imagine me going to the water fountain like this. And like, 3 students lining up behind me like, I'll be done in a minute. I'm almost done. I'm sorry. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, yeah, that's exactly what the goal was, Ring Cats. Exactly. You could keep a goldfish in that. It is bigger than a lot of the goldfish. Like, do you know the small tanks that they used to keep a goldfish in? By the way, don't do that. But those tanks anyway. Yeah, it's probably larger volume than that. You know you don't have to fill it all the way up, but I drink a lot of it. I needs to drink water. Gotta stay hydrated, you know? You should have bought double the size so it's enough for the whole day. Oh, hacks. Aren't I jelly of your weather right now? Aren't I so jelly? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, not looking forward to my driving tomorrow. I'm just thinking about it constantly. It's on the back of my mind. I'm getting better with stress situations, but I still hate that yeah. I don't know if anyone else is very similar. I'm getting better with old age, but I get not nervous. Maybe anxious is probably the better word. I get very anxious about the most basic things if it's appointment based. Like even something as simple as meeting a friend can be quite, even though I have no anxiety meeting that friend, as in they're chill, it's going to be fine. But it's the process of appointments and knowing that I have to do this thing. So when you have schedules in place, things kind of stress me out. So tomorrow, the fact that I have a scheduled thing at 11 o'clock, I'm just thinking about it all the time. Hi, Slay. In my old age, exactly. A retrospective analysis. People dropping like flies. Are you 80 plus? Welcome in, friends. My granny always wanted a kettle that wasn't so heavy when it was full, but didn't want a smaller one. Never did solve that physics problem. That's an interesting one, Maud. I guess maybe she just wanted a super, super light kettle by itself. Because a kettle by itself is quite heavy, right? Look, I can maybe see your grandma's point. I can see the grandma point. Take my hand, I will make it, I swear. Yeah, the temperatures have been a huge complaint that we're saying like 22, 23, 24 degrees, but it feels so much worse. Doesn't feel nice to be in these parts of the world with those temperatures, but although 20 sounds lovely. I guess that's my complaint about Ireland. Why do we have this weird issue of we have the extreme heat waves, and then we have just cold, wet summers. There's just no in between. Why can't we have a lovely 20-degree summer? Why does it have to be dying in the 30-degree heat or 15 and piss and rain? Why couldn't we just have, this in between lovely? Yeah, I guess that's the complaint for many Irish people. Well, I don't know about many Irish people. My complaint about Ireland summer. It is, yeah. Let me see what the West Coast is like. In comparison to my weather. Woo! They're very hot today. But no, it looks exactly the same. Looks like all of Ireland is pretty similar. Yeah, humidity does play a big part. I remember in the Joint Research Centre, there was this room where they needed to have extremely low humidity. And so we went from a room of 25 degrees Celsius into a room of 25 degrees Celsius. And we were like, oh, yes, this is amazing. This feels great. And we're like, actually, it's exactly the same temperature. There's just a humidity or a humidifier. No, the opposite. What's the opposite of a humidifier? Dehumidifier. It is dehumidifier. Oh, I was literally trying to invent a word there. My brain. My poor brain. It's just my poor brain is not going to be functioning in this heat at all. Not at all. There was a guy actually who I watched a YouTube video with Nate. It was oh, what's that? He's a really popular YouTuber where he just takes apart stuff and he explains how things work. And there was a really good YouTube video of him taking apart a dehumidifier and a humidifier and how they function. It was really interesting. But that big YouTuber I'm thinking of. Quite popular for just taking apart stuff. Tech Connections, that's the one, yes. Technology Connections. He's very, very good explaining stuff. Sometimes it feels like it's way too in-depth, but honestly, look, you're into it, you're into it. Not bad as long as you don't hang around in the... Yeah, it's not too bad if you don't go directly into the sun. We're halfway there. Yes, that's the one, Easy Edo, yeah. That's him, all right. Yeah, he has some funny series on things. Well, not funny as in he's not meant to be funny. It's just sometimes they feel so out of left field, but yeah, they're good. They're good. My next stream is going to be Sunday, and I'm wondering what to do for the science and technology section actually, because I don't have anything planned. I really need to 3D print, but I don't know about this heat. I don't like the idea of my 3D printers going and buzzing around because I have 2 robotics projects that are waiting for 3D prints. The Tinker, no, not the Tinker Cat one. The tricorder and Bob, or Rebob as we've called him, the remaster of Bob. So those 2 guys do some stuff on them. Oh, I hate. It sounds mean. I hate 3D printing. I hate creative design with 3D printing. I am not creative at all. Most of my stuff on YouTube is very basic physics and basic maths. I try to avoid calculus completely. It's all algebraic. Do what I did last Friday. Shave off all your hair on your head to improve body heat loss. Why, Hacks? That sounds incredible. Please do submit some statistical data on this for us. I want a double-blind study. You can blind yourself twice. Hey, Incognito, welcome in, welcome in. Whoa, leaving on a... Why am I singing that? I don't know. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes some songs just get stuck in your head. Do I feel like teaching? I would think about it. I think I'm going to focus on teaching just because I really don't want to be printing in this heat. I'll think of something. Think of something real good. Yeah. I might go for a break now, fill up this giant water bottle and pee. And I might just chill out and play a little bit of Mass Effect. It's a little bit early to end the science and tech segment, but like I said, I finished everything a little bit too early today. I need to think of what to do in future. And high toxic salt. Although I don't feel so well at all either. It's so hot in here, chat. I don't know. It's misery, misery, misery. The whole flipping way. Conference call done. Nice. Capitalization process. Well, I hope it went very, very successfully, Jimmy. To be fair, it was more of convenience of hair maintenance rather than due to the heat. Well, it's a good excuse to eat more ice cream. Quick look at impedance and complex plane and calculus. We could do impedance. Could do the complex plane. Yeah, maybe I'll do that on Saturday. That's a good idea. What have I missed? So we finished our soldering project. We also did the elevator problem. And now I'm losing my motivation to play games. I am so hot and bothered. I feel like not playing anything and doing anything at all with my life right now. I'm so unmotivated in so many things recently. Like I said, I'm struggling to create content for YouTube. Every summer, I'm like, well, not every summer, but ever since I became a lecturer, I'm like, summer, I'm free. I can do so much amazing educational content. But because of the heat, every goddamn time, I just run out of steam. It's not even like, what's the word? I'm not unmotivated or I'm not burnt out. That's not what it is. I have ideas and I'm ready to record. It feels kind of like I lack motivation. But energy, it's not even motivation. It's pure energy that I lack. The GPU is a space heater. Barely made a dent in my backlog. My body just, yeah, like, it's. I've never had this before. Well, never is a strong word, but because the heat has been so long, it's just drained so much energy out of me. And again, it feels weird because it's not the motivation I lack, because I'm still quite creative. I have a list of, look at this, like, this is all stuff, ideas I have for like videos to record. I have loads of ideas. Some of them will not make sense to you if you just looked at them, you know, straightforwardly. But I have so many ideas, and Medjay knows that I tend to, you know, when I get an idea, I start and I don't stop until it's finished, and I don't like the idea of going back to it. That's fine. But I can't even start these ideas. It's really, yeah. And I guess it sucks a little bit because I have, what's the word? Not repercussions. Responsibilities from some people as well. Like, I have a responsibility to post some stuff on the Joint Research Center, and I have great ideas. I have 3 really cool content ideas about the stuff that I saw in Joint Research Center. I just need to do it. Life is cruel. Life is cruel. It's evil. Yeah, they said they're predicting that next year the summer is going to be even worse. Going to be the hottest summer on record. Yeah, sleepily easily during the day. Now, it doesn't help that I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning. But yeah, I am very, very sleepy today. Oh, I need to check my bank account. I need to be reimbursed for something. I'm just checking. I was asked to confirm when I get reimbursed. Still no reimbursement. It's too hot. I know. I know. Like, I uploaded a YouTube video, the saturated one. The recording was one of the shortest recordings for YouTube I ever do. I think it took in total 6 minutes to record this video. I was sweating buckets by the end of that recording. So unmotivated, no energy, just ugh. It feels like almost like a blood pressure issue as to why I have no motivation to do anything afterwards. Oh well. Sorry, we've been talking about heat and motivation. It is kind of like that. Ah, that would be amazing, Jay. Yes. Videos and new merch, all the work you've been doing in the mines. Oh my God, Calva, you mad person. You mad person. What is wrong with you? Also, how's it turning out? Is it nice? Do you know what? I think I will stop here. I can't. Do you know who I'm going to stop the stream and raid to? Someone who... Someone who's in a lot cooler place right now. We're going to go raid Slow. So Slow Walkthroughs in her name. Plays a lot of slow walkthroughs. And she's going through Assassin's Creed at the moment. We'll raid her in a minute. And she's in Australia. So she's in the part of the world that's a good bit cooler right now. And I think we should all be jealous of her. But yeah, I'm so sorry I'm ending stream early today. I'm so sluggish. No will to live at all. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Not exactly that way, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat a little bit of sushi. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Let me check the weather again. I think the weather's better on Saturday. It's not great, but it is a bit cooler. Okay, it's 2 degrees cooler. Whatever, we'll take it. Thanks for streaming. No, thank you so much for hanging out. There's loads of amazing people streaming right now, by the way, who I recommend hanging out. This is like my time when I don't stream on weekdays.